What's going on, everybody? Kennybombx is in the building, and Boon has finally addressed the Mortal Kombat community for the first time since we got the unfortunate news surrounding Mortal Kombat 1. But not only does he address the community, he's also asking for feedback on a few different topics. And one of those topics, Netherrealm Studios' next game. Now, the question he has here is definitely an interesting one because I can see the benefit in both options, but for a few different reasons, the answer is pretty clear to me. But I want to know what you guys think, so let's talk about it. But first, I need y'all to help me out by dropping a like on this video. I only need 500. But don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat or whatever else Netherrealm Studios has coming up next. But let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
Alright, so we are back to the very exciting days of trying to figure out exactly what's next for Netherrealm Studios, which is pretty crazy because I just hit my 3-year anniversary on YouTube like 3 days ago, and this is exactly where we started and why I started, because I was excited for Mortal Kombat 12, which we now know as Mortal Kombat 1. So here we go again. Let's see what Boon has for us today, and then we'll answer the big question, which doesn't really give us a tease of what the next game is, but it does possibly give us the opportunity to pick where we go with the DLC in the future. So he starts off with a lot of Mortal Kombat related news recently, which is definitely true. We got the Mortal Kombat movie coming up, we got the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and of course new balance patches for Mortal Kombat 1. But he continues on. Let's start with Mortal Kombat 1, with over 6.2 million games sold. You know what? Let's check something out. So based on Google, these are the most recent numbers we have, and it shows this was reported on June 12th of 2025. So Street Fighter 6 has sold over 5 million copies. Now, Capcom did the unthinkable, and they went for the Gooners. They released some crazy swimsuits for Chun-Li, Cammy, and Kimberly, so I'm sure those pushed quite a few units. But as we know right now, Mortal Kombat 1 is still #1. So Boon continues, we're still committed to refining Mortal Kombat 1 to be our most balanced game. Check out this video for details on the balance patch we released today. So we did check that out yesterday, so we're going to keep it moving to his next post, which says, but we still want to hear from you. What 4 fighters do you feel need buffs the most? Sub-Zero, 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 and Sub-Zero. What 4 fighters do you feel like needs buffs the least? Who needs buffs the least? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. But if you'd rather see the patch notes listed instead of watching the video, he does have a link posted right here as well. So we move on to the next one that says, Evo results. Congratulations to Mortal Kombat 1's Evo Top 8. Sonic Fox won again. One of y'all got to take him down before I go out to Evo and do it myself. You know, I'm trying to stay out of that spotlight, but big shouts out to the guys on top, though. Sonic Fox, we got Nicholas, we got, I'm not going to butcher these people's names. Big shouts out to everybody we have on this list. I need to see my boy 2 Trillion on there. Hopefully these rain buffs get him up there. 4 of 7 favorite Evo moments. So we got a link right there. We're not going to click on the video. We're going to keep it going, but y'all know where to find it. Closing in on Final Combat. The next competition is VS Fighting on August 15th through 17th. Then Final Combat is on September 26th through September 28th. This is going to be y'all's last chance. If Sonic Fox wins another one of these tournaments, then I'm going to have to fly out and embarrass everybody and beat him myself. I don't want to have to do that, so y'all come on, let's get on it. Where the top 20 players compete for the World Championship. So this is where we get to the big question, and Boon asked us for some very critical feedback. It starts with 6 of 7. MK11 had 12 DLC fighters split into 3 combat packs. 6 fighters was in Combat Pack 1, we had 3 fighters in the Aftermath expansion, and then we had 3 more fighters in the Ultimate expansion. Now, this did make the game last longer, but those fighters were split in between 2 DLC packs. At the end of the day, it was the same amount of fighters, just split into 2 different packs. Mortal Kombat 1 had 12 DLC fighters as well, but it was split out in between 2 combat packs. There were 6 fighters in pack 1, there were 6 fighters in pack 2. Now, whether you hate them or love them, Mortal Kombat 1 was a different animal when it comes to DLC, because not only were we getting those fighter releases, we were also getting cameo releases, so they kept the game updated month after month, so there was always something to do and always something to talk about when it came to this game. Will we ever see that again? Probably not. And again, I know a lot of y'all love the cameo system, but if bringing it back is the only way we can see releases like we saw in Mortal Kombat 1, then I think I'm fine with just 6 fighters. So year 1 in Mortal Kombat 1 was a lot of fun. Year 2, they dropped 3 fighters on us when we got the Chaos Reigns expansion, and then they followed up with 3 more fighters, which was fine, but it was kind of dark because during year 2, we had the fate of Mortal Kombat 1 hanging over our head, and we really didn't know where it was going, so we didn't know what to look forward to after that. If they told us you get 6 fighters year 1, 6 fighters year 2, nothing left after that, I think it would be fine. But let's get to the final question. Ed Boon says, fighter poll feedback. MK11 had 3 combat packs, 6 fighters in pack 1, 3 fighters in pack 2, 3 fighters in pack 3. I don't think that's bad at all. I think that works, but again, we see what happened with Mortal Kombat 1. We could get those 6 fighters in year 1. They may follow up with those 3 fighters in year 2. But what happens if something happens where they got to cancel Christmas after year 2 like they did with Mortal Kombat 1 and we end up not getting the last 3 fighters? That's the scary thing about that to me. 6 fighters up front, great, perfect. That makes year 1 a lot of fun. And 3 fighters could be a lot of fun for year 2 and 3 as well, but y'all know how y'all like to go. It really depends on how they release those 3 fighters, because a lot of you guys would be like, the game is dead on months when fighters aren't released. So if they did go with this model, I would rather just see 4 fighters year 1, 4 fighters year 2, and 4 fighters year 3. But the reason I wouldn't want to go with this model is because of what happened with Mortal Kombat 1. If we went with this in year 2, we would all be questioning if we're going to get those last fighters in year 3. Because of that, I think I would rather have the first 6 fighters up front in year 1 and just give us the second 6 fighters in year 2. Now, do you release 3 fighters in the same pack like you did with Chaos Reigns? I think it's a big benefit there because those 3 fighters could be involved in the story, and it kind of revitalizes the game with all of those fighters being added at the same time. Then again, it kind of lasts a lot longer if you split those 6 fighters out. So which one would y'all rather see? Let me know in the comment section. But Ed Boon says, while there are many factors involved in how we release DLC fighters, what would be your favorite or preferred way to see future Netherrealm Studios DLC fighters released? Because of that big question for year 3, I'm going to have to go 6 and 6 because I would rather see them actually release everything they are planned. And I'm glad that is actually winning this poll as well. So it looks like 54% of the people rather see everybody released as fast as possible. We got 46% saying they want to see them spread out. Again, I see the benefits either way, but because of that big question, it leads me to think we got to go with 6 and 6. But whether you agree with me or not, make sure you come to Ed Boon's X account and get your vote in because a question like that is going to be very big for the future of Netherrealm Studios games. But before we get out of here, we got another fun question Ed Boon left behind. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection has also had a lot of chatter lately. What game are you most excited for in the collection? Where is Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero? Oh, it's not there yet. We got to go with Mortal Kombat 4. I knew Mortal Kombat Trilogy was going to take the win. Oh, I was about to... Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Why is Mortal Kombat 2 in last place here? That's like the second best game in this collection. We got Mortal Kombat 4 should be number 1. Mortal Kombat 2 should be number 2. Trilogy should be number 3. Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate should be number 4. I don't know. Give me y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section as well. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. What way would you like to see the DLC released? Let me know in the comment section. But don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.